everybody, how are we doing today? Welcome to LCAD's MFA pitch day for the summer of 2021. So we have some pretty great presentations for you this evening. So to start off, let's go with Necro. Sorry, it's not Necronic. I'm sorry. I I don't know how to pronounce. I'm very yeah. From our good friends at UCI.
Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. I'm Alex. I'm the team lead behind Necronside Arena in collaboration with VGDC. Necronside Arena is a local multiplayer turn-based strategy game from the third-person perspective. You control a team of up to 3 survivors, and your job is to eliminate the other team, or damage or kill the mutant boss to gain points. First team to get to the score cap, or last team standing, wins. The game will be in a similar vein to Valkyria Chronicles, or XCOM Declassified, but it'll feature an extensive deck-building light tactics system in lieu of classes or hero abilities. However, this quarter, our focus is on the movement, core combat mechanics, and map design. We're about 5 weeks into development at this point, but there's always plenty we could use help on. The game is being developed in Unity and will be written in C#. The art style we're going for will be archetypical of a wasteland environment, and our assets will look realistic. So, we're seeking a well-seasoned 3D artist. I'm on the 3D hard surfacing and environment art track myself, so here are some of the assets I've created so far for this project. If you can create similar or better looking assets in your modeling and texturing suite of choice, you're golden. I'll make sure to play to your strengths, so please mention whether your forte is in characters or props. Second, we're looking for a well-seasoned programmer. We especially need the turn-based system and tactics system to be looked at, so if you're no stranger to scripting in Unity and this sounds like a project you'd like to work on, hop aboard. Feel free to contact me on Discord at mechwolf0770 for any further questions. We look forward to hearing back from you.
Alright, I'm just gonna replay that Discord handle. And I apologize for mispronouncing Necrocide, the title of the game. So, leaving that up for a minute, so that way anyone interested in the project can write that down on Discord. And if a developer is in the chat, I might also suggest dropping an email in chat as well, so that way they can reach out to you more directly. All right, that was Necrocide, and again, if you didn't get the contact information down, don't worry. This is going to be turned into a VOD later, so all you have to do is just click the same link you clicked to get to this video, and you should be able to see the entire presentation as a YouTube video. So next up, we have Executive Officer.
Hello everyone, I'm Matt, and I'm designing the game Executive Officer. We're creating a third-person capital ship game that has elements taken from Elite Dangerous, but with a focus on building a smarter AI. Since Executive Officer is an AI-oriented project, we are focused on the dynamic between difficulty and intelligence in AI. Both the player and the AI will have a similar ship in terms of capability and firepower, which leaves the victor to be more determined by the skill of their opponent. We're taking heavy inspiration from the series Battlestar Galactica. The ships are solid, defendable pieces of large military hardware, filling various unique roles. They're rugged, durable, can take a few hits, and they won't last forever, especially when they're fighting a superior foe. We do have an artist who's been working on ship designs, but there's always more to see, always more to do, and more input is always welcome. We have some progress, as you can see on the right, but we are always looking for more help. We have a few ship designs and associated parts drawn out in concept stages, but we really need some 3D artists that are willing to work with us to bring them into a game format. So, once again, we're looking for 3D artists, more concept artists that are able to draw out more ships. We're also very interested in more engineers that can help us with our AI, with the systems in the game, as well as general gameplay engineers. Any experience level is welcome, of course. There is a rough prototype that is available, and we're constantly working toward making more prototypes. We should have a new one soon, which is always exciting. But in the meantime, if you're interested in helping with a project, you can contact me through one of the methods here. If you're interested in working with starships, AI, any of the really exciting kaboom stuff that just explodes everywhere and, looks like that scene there. Just hit me up. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Alright, so again, I will leave this contact information up for everybody to jot down really quickly should they be interested in the project. All right, that was executive officer. Again, if you didn't get that all the way down, do not worry. It was this stream. It will be turned into a VOD. So all you have to do is just click the same link you use to get to the stream, and you should see the entire this presentation as a stream, as a YouTube video. All right, next we have Into the Depths, and you're welcome, Rebecca. And next we have Into the Depths.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for coming to our pitch for Into the Depths. My name is Arya Vasudevan. I am an illustrator, character designer, and game designer.
And I'm Laura Spreitzer. I'm a game designer, 2D artist, and programmer.
For our master's thesis topics, Laura and I had different but equally important subjects we wanted to tackle. For me, as a Black woman within the industry, I wanted to explore and put focus on Black and brown representation, racial identity within video games, while Laura wanted to explore how games can be cathartic and healing through both narrative and gameplay for mental health issues.
We realized we could connect these ideas through the powerful themes of mutual support and recovering from trauma. This led to our game, Into the Depths. It's a 2D top-down action game that is centered around the two characters, Nichelle and Elias.
At the beginning of the game, the player chooses which character to start as, and eventually will play as both. There's Nichelle, a young woman who has internalized and suppressed her feelings regarding the racial bullying she's experienced and the current collapse of her family due to her parents' ongoing divorce. She struggles to admit these situations have impacted her and needs to come to terms with her emotions.
And there's Elias, a young man who has always struggled to find his place in any family. After being abandoned at a young age and drifting from home to home, he struggles with feelings of worthlessness and needs to come to terms with his past.
The character the player chooses awakens within a strange but somehow familiar dream state. As they explore, manifestations of their inner turmoil begin to take form of monsters and taunt the player. Through quick action-based combat, the player will guide the character to face these shadows and then accept them. At the end of every level is a boss, and then the perspective switches to the other character.
Next, the player enters a liminal space where they may heal and have a conversation with the other character. They discuss the harrowing experience the other character has just gone through, and the player is provided with an opportunity to choose one of 3 dialogue options, which all offer supportive words to their friend. Depending on this choice, both characters will receive an increase to their special bar, which is a timed ability buff, and then it's on to the next level as that new character. This loop repeats, switching between the two characters all the way into the final boss chamber, where Nichelle and Elias finally connect and are able to fight side by side.
We take inspiration from a number of games, but the two we are heavily referencing from are Night in the Woods and Hyper Light Drifter. Night in the Woods has a really natural and really relatable dialogue, and a personal narrative that we really want to capture the essence of.
And our combat design is really heavily referenced from games like Hyper Light Drifter and also Hades. We want to prioritize simple base abilities, which can expand into more complex design based on how they interact with enemy attack patterns, So it's got to be really quick, snappy, and feel really good to play. The current state of our game already has the base combat implemented, so we are working on expanding the enemy AI and behavior at the moment to really make it shine.
Our visual style for characters and the environment is a painterly look with subtle line art. We have some environmental art in progress and are looking to continue adding more detail to it. The levels are modularly built, so we will need to be able to repeat assets. The monsters are primarily black silhouettes with a glowing orb at their core.
We have a lot of art in progress, but we're always looking for more. Most importantly, we desperately need animators. Please. It's all 2D animation. We need character animations for both characters. As you can see, we already have some done, but there's a lot more to do. We, of course, have monsters that need to be animated, boss monsters, special effect animations, even some UI animations. So if you're an animator, please, by all means, reach out.
So, yes, we are mostly looking for animators, but we could use more environmental artists and engineers as well. Honestly, anyone who is interested, feel free to reach out to us, and we can talk and see what you can do.
Also, as we continue to refine our combat design, any action game fans out there that happen to want to test and maybe give some design feedback would be absolutely more than welcome.
Thank you so much for listening to our presentation.
Here's our contact information, so please reach out. We'd love to hear from anyone interested, and again, thank you very much.
All right, that was Into the Depths. I will leave, again, like before, similar to before, I will pause the video right now so that way anyone interested in the project will be able to write down that their contact information. All right, pause for a little bit longer than usual because there were two emails there. All right, so next up we have Otter Chaos.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Parker Charles. I'm a game designer here at LCAD, and I'm working on my thesis project called Otter Chaos. I was going to give a normal pitch, but then I was suddenly transported to the Philadelphia Zoo, as you can see. But while we're here, this is the perfect opportunity for me to show you just how cute and silly otters are and why there needs to be a game made about them. Hey, check it out. We found the otters. Aren't they so cute and silly? Wow, this zoo, they even let you take the otters home with you. Mine looks a little different, but I think I'm gonna keep this one. Whoa. Turns out that otter that I grabbed transported me to this weird alternate dimension. Hey, check it out, my PowerPoint slides are here. Anyways, let's get on with the pitch. Like I said, I'm working on a game called Otter Chaos. A game very similar to Untitled Goose Game. Charming, silly, and 3D puzzly game. So in this game, the player acts as the otter that romps around, searches the area for delicious scallops and things to do. There are all kinds of objects around the scene to play with and interact with, and these interactions will lead to unexpected and exciting results. If you are interested, no matter what you do, what your expertise is, let me know. I'd love to have more members join the team. We are in dire need of a programmer who is good at Unity or who knows how to code with Unity. If that is you and you were interested by this concept, this idea, this game, please let me know. I would love to get in touch and get some stuff working. My contact info is right there, so you can catch me on email, parkercharles@lcad.edu, and I can give you some more information about some things. Thank you for watching and for your consideration. See ya!
All right, that was Otter Chaos. So similar to before. I'll pause for a second to leave, so that way you guys can write down their Sorry, I'm getting a spam call email. A spam call. Uh, leaving the contact information up so you can write it down. All right. Spam call is done and passed, thankfully. So next up we have Shanghai. I hope I pronounced that right.
Hi everyone, my name is Bowen He. I'm a game design student from LCAT. I'm also a concept artist and animator. Today, I'm going to pitch my thesis game, Shanghai, to you and looking for help. Shanghai is a 2D single-player adventure game. Player plays as an artist, talking to NPCs for clues of monsters, tracking various mysterious creatures from Chinese mythology. Player inputs element power into talisman and use talisman to lure and trap the monsters. Collect monster soul fragments in order to know the story behind it. The goal of this game is help people have a better understanding of the monster from Chinese mythology. Now, let me introduce my core mechanics of my game. I also did a few concept art just help you to have a better view how it looks. The first mechanic on the left, picture on the left, shows a single fishing mechanic, or you can call threshold fishing mechanic. Player press the button to power the talisman to trap the monster, avoiding an escape. After players successfully trap the monster, they will get soul fragments, which includes the story inside of the monster. The picture on the right shows the second major mechanic. It is an index mechanic, which ultimately includes all the information of the monster and the area. Again, the goal is helping people to build a better understanding and build up a learning process for player to know better about Chinese mythology. And I believe these two mechanics will communicate with the goal very, very properly. Of course, there are some more mechanics in my game, such as NPC interaction and environment object interaction. For the game reference, the Rewinder adds art style in a warmer tone, and the mechanic from Destiny Child will be the ideal mental model. The fishing mechanic from Destiny Child definitely is the inspiration of my game, and I really want to follow the art feeling of in the Rewinder as well, of course, in a warmer tone. So I definitely need some help for my game. I need several programmers to build up my fishing mechanics and build out a better UI for my index system as well. I also need some animators and some artists to create some awesome concept art. Also, I need some special effects artists for my game. So if you are interested or you have any questions or concerns, please email me. There's my email, bowenhe@lcat.edu. So if you're interested, please send me a short bio and why you're interested. Thank you for watching and for your consideration. Thank you.
All right, so that was Shanghai. So I am going to pause it for a second so you guys can write down the email. All right, and I believe this is our last presentation for the evening. The iconic house.
Hello everyone, my name is Jess and I'm an MFA student here at LCAD. I'm designing a 3D atmospheric game called The Iconic House on Redwood Hill. A little about myself, I'm a 3D artist that does a little bit of 2D and UI work. You can find my work at this website shown right there. And I'm just going to jump into the story. So the story core is to tell LGBTQ-inspired narratives about chosen family and their safe spaces. In this story, we follow the perspective of Jordan Arroyo, a non-binary queer individual. Below, the 4 characters are their friends, who becomes their chosen family and grows up with them through adolescence and to their young adulthood. Essentially, the story is going to be exploring an environment that these characters grew up in and basically made their safe space and were able to support each other and grow confident and basically who they are in the future. So the idea is, again, to explore a dreamy 3D stylized property located in the redwood forests in Northern California. The goal is for the player to discover the narrative through exploring the environment. So there's a lot of environmental storytelling that's taking place in this game. Some inspiration I pulled from was from Gone Home, What Remains of Edith Finch, and a game called Ether 1. Definitely recommend those. You give those a play if you'd like to kind of get an idea of what mood and what style I'm going for this game. In terms of mechanics, our core mechanics are completed. We have an FPS style mechanic working, pick up, move, examine, and also unlocking with keys and passwords. We're, of course, tweaking and editing, but right now, what we need are artists, and what we need are sound designers and producers, and really just to flesh it out and bring this game to life. I'm looking for an illustrator who would be comfortable doing illustrations that involve character and backgrounds. I'm looking for polished artwork, semi-stylized. The 2D concept shown here is from Call of the Sea, a 2020 game. And in this game, the concept art is very semi-stylized, soft cel-shading, soft saturation. But this is kind of the idea I'm going for these photos. Now what you would be drawing is basically key memories of the main character and their friends throughout their life. So as the player explores the environment, there's going to be these key narrative photos left around for them to find. And these photos essentially tell the story of these characters and tell the story of what is in the photo, who are these characters, and, you know, other background information. I'm also looking for 3D artists of all levels. We're going for a hand-painted PBR textured look, as you can see in the examples here. Artists are expected to UV unwrap as well as model and texture their own assets. So if you're looking to kind of touch a little bit of everything, then this project definitely would be for you. I'm also interested in finding a sound designer, someone who enjoys kind of string instruments, folk indie inspired instrumental tracks. Also, I'm looking for someone who's interested in sound design in terms of sound effects, particularly things that the player interacts with, the UI, and just in-game sounds that really bring the game to life and feels alive. I would also love an assistant producer to help me kind of produce and organize everyone. I need help with the project management, and I have a Trello and kind of everything's going, but this would be someone to kind of take it over and really polish it and get this project moving forward. If you're interested, please contact me. Please send your portfolio to either this email here, or you can contact me on Discord. But that's about it. But now I can show you a quick preview of what we have so far. All right. So right now, it's just kind of a gray build of what the environment would look like. So we just need a lot of assets being put into here. It's basically where we are right now. So we have bathroom, empty room. So as we design the environment, we're also going to be asking to make some changes. Modular assets are done. It's really just prop design and things to kind of fill up the environment and make it feel more alive. But yeah, this is what we have so far. So if you're interested in coming in and filling this world out with some assets and making this a high fidelity prototype, then again, please contact me at these addresses. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. Thank you. You guys have a good one. Bye.
All right. Well, there you go. I'll leave up this contact information for a second. And also, I realized that this presentation is kind of small, or it's weirded. Its ratioed a bit weird. Let me know if you'd like me to pull up a larger image that I can just quickly Photoshop to make it larger. With all that, I am going to assume that the size is okay and you could all read it. But just in case, I will probably I'll probably just copy all this information and paste it in the description of this stream. So yeah, that should be it for Pitch Day of summer 2021. Don't forget that this stream is also a VOD as well, so just use the same link that you used to get to the stream, and you can just send it anywhere to anyone, and they'll see it as a YouTube video. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful summer. You have a lot of options to keep yourself busy, and yeah, you all have a wonderful day. Thank you.